This ancient granite outcrop, known as the Idanre Hills, has stood for centuries, steeped in history, culture, and mystery. It is not just a hill, it is a living story, etched in stone, stairs, and sacred tradition.
This is the starting point, the 4 steps. Right from this very point now to the top is 682 steps.
In the heart of Ondo State, here in Nigeria, lies Idanre Hill, one of the ancient tourist attractions in Nigeria. As explained by one of the guards at the tourist center, Mr. Gbenga Oyinbo, the ancient hill has 5 resting points before reaching the climax, 682 staircases that lead to the heart of the historic settlement. The climb was tough, but filled with adventure, though handrails were once erected to support movement up the hill. They have since given way to years of neglect. Behind me is the overview of the whole Ondo State Idanre. You can see, it appears that the rock is the fence around the community, to the extent that there's nothing that is going on in the city that anyone standing here will not be able to view. For over 800 years, Idanre Hills was the cradle of the ancient Idanre kingdom. Relics of the palace, shrines, and courtrooms still stand as evidences of the once thriving civilization atop the hills. The ancient Owas Palace, roofed with weathered zinc sheets, the old court, prison, the first and only primary school, and the natural, breathtaking views from the summit all remain captivating. There's also the royal burial ground, the legendary Thunder Water, and the medicinal Arun stream, a natural spring with deep cultural and healing significance. But I want to ask one question. If truly this is Arun River, very medicinal, why do people force it? Why do people go to hospital?
I can't actually say that you are asking a historical question, but I will actually chip in. When we still have our medical facility, why are we still have some people that will go to the hospital and they will die?
Preparations are underway for one of the most important festivals in Idanre Kingdom, Orosun, set to hold in a few days. Subtle signs of activity are already visible. Sadly, despite being one of Africa's most captivating natural wonders, the Idanre Hills have long suffered from government neglect. But today, indigenes are beginning to take responsibility. They are now rebuilding the relics of ancestral homes, where their forebears lived for centuries. Could these efforts be referenced as a repeat of the biblical wall of Jerusalem that was rebuilt by the people championed by Nehemiah? These efforts continue even as most residents now live in modern settlements like Odode, Alade, and Atoshin. Idanre Hill is a tourist attraction, very unique indeed. We've moved around from one place to another. We were at a medicine water called Arun water, very medicinal as we were told. We even got to the ancient palace. That was the last place we could get to before we climbed this terrible and very unique hill. Now we are here. We are planning to go back home. Idanre Hill is a place to be. It's attractive and one of the attractive locations in Nigeria. It is expected that the federal government, in collaboration with the Ondo State government and Idanre local government, will work together to make this place more attractive. For over 8 years now, this historic hills has no signs of neither governments, private investors, nor UNESCO presence. Responding to questions on tourism and patronage, Mrs. Yemisi Adebayo, a state government official, admitted that nothing is working for now. The administrative buildings and surrounding facilities are dilapidated.
People will be patronizing. And ìkejì kò sí means of advertisement, because àwọn míì tún máa ń lọ sórí net wọ́n kàn lọ create fake about Idanre Hills, àwọn nǹkan tí ò sí bí wọ́n ló wà ń bẹ̀. So in respect of that ló máa ń fà tí àwọn tourists many tourists pé kò ṣe tán rí lórí net wọ́n bá pàdé they will be fighting off.
On the efforts of the indigenous people of Idanre, the Osolo of Idanre, Ojo Alalabiaye, said contacts are currently being made by their prominent, wealthy and well-placed sons and daughters to come to Macedonia.
It is the habit of we, especially in the western states, that we depend mostly on government. We are just trying to educate our people why they should come home to help in shooting or upgrading the level of that particular place and the economic aftermath. So it's only now people are, just about 6 months ago, we'll be holding series of seminar, then house to house, outreach campaign to tell them that if we lose the virtues there, then that will be end of it. So people are just responding.
As Nigeria's tourism potential continues to unfold, treasures like Idanre Hills must be protected, celebrated, and shared with the world. The story of Idanre is not just Nigeria's story, it is humanity's. Omorinola Hungbeji for OSRC Social and Community News.